Hello friends, it's been a hot minute, exactly a year and a month, I believe, at the time this video is going live. And it's crazy to me to think that because when I moved, I didn't expect it to be this long before I posted content. I moved at the beginning of July in 2023 to my current living situation. I just renewed it, so I'll be here for a bit yet. I'm hoping for a lot longer than I think. I also want to apologize if you guys hear any background noise. I do live in an apartment, so I have people on either side of me and below me and across from me. So there might be sound that I can't unfortunately get rid of, but right now there's nothing too crazy. I will be hopefully filming pretty regularly. I want to start posting again. I want to get back into art again. And I just wanted to say hi before we jump into this first video in a long time. And I hope you enjoy it. So I figured my first video back should be a draw with me. And there's a couple reasons for that. One of them being the fact that I have not drawn in this sketchbook for a little bit, almost a month. So it was time to open it again. And I get to talk to you guys, which I think is fantastic because that means I get to give you information. I get to tell you about everything that's happened in this past year, where I've been, what's been going on. And I also get to talk to you guys about where this channel is going, what content is going to look like going forward, because I am making some changes and you'll just have to stay tuned towards the end of the video to hear about that, because I'm going to talk a bit about the past, present, and then we'll get to future. It just seems logical to me to start off with the beginning of the story. So I would say the beginning of the story was in May of 2023, very, very end of May. At this point, I've been looking to move out for quite some time. I was working full-time at my 9-to-5, still am, and I was able to figure out that I could afford a certain amount of money per month in rent, and because of that, I was looking at places. This apartment was quite literally my dream apartment for this, at least for this period of my life where, I'm single, I don't have children, so I don't need a lot of space. I had a few things that I really wanted as far as, I definitely needed a kitchen. That was a sizable one because I do like to cook. And while this one isn't huge, it's perfect for one person in my opinion. And I wanted it to be in a place where I could walk and go places. I didn't need to drive to go to like a third, if you know the concept of third spaces, they're all over Europe, especially in the, cities and the more populated towns. And we don't really have that here in the United States. I shouldn't say that. We don't have it in as much abundance as Europe does. Public transport isn't what it is in Europe. Cars are very much a thing you need to have in the United States, and I just wanted to be in a place where I didn't necessarily need to get in a car to go somewhere that was interesting or fun or to be among people. So I was looking in this area where I'm currently living, as well as a city that's much bigger and further away from my family, but still, within an hour's drive. I called this place the one that I'm living in, and luckily they did have an apartment available. I was able to see an apartment because they are a full building, so I was able to come see one of the apartments here that was of a similar layout to my current one, and same day I was signing paperwork. So beginning of June, I knew I was moving. I knew it was going to be a big endeavor because I've moved a lot with divorced parents, with college. I would say until living in this apartment, I had been moving almost every year to every year and a half for a couple years, either because of school or my parent was moving. So it was really important to me to have a place where I could stay for a bit, because I didn't want to keep moving around. I wanted to be settled somewhere for a bit. And I didn't know if this was going to be the place, because I've been on my own before. At 22, I moved out of my family home, had my own apartment for a year, and then I had to move back home because this was during COVID, and they basically priced me out of my own home. And at the time, I was making a decent living, so it wasn't like, I wasn't expecting it to be as much of a price hike in the rent as it ended up being. I think it was cheap because it was a new building when I first moved in, and then they kind of priced to what they said was area pricing, and that's how I got out of that situation. So I was very fearful of the same situation happening here when I was looking. And fortunately, I am still going to be here, and it's been a year this July, so I did renew the lease, and I will be here for a bit longer. I don't know how much longer, but I'm hoping it's a while, at least another couple years if I can afford it. So beginning of July was when I was moving in, and I spent all of June basically packing, and then I thought, okay, end of July, I should be back to making videos. And it's silly to think that. I should have known better, because I know me, and I know not only was I busy with work, but I was also busy moving, busy making this apartment my home. And for the first month, I was sleeping on a 6-inch mattress on the floor in my bedroom, saving up for a couch, still kind of figuring out how I want to organize things here and where I want to put things. And it just wasn't a good time as far as making videos. So I thought, okay, it became available to me that I could get my furniture that I had up in New Jersey down to Florida. So I was thinking, okay, once I do that, which was near the end of August, give myself maybe a week or two. Beginning of September, I should be posting again. Beginning of September rolled around. I was in a better spot than I was in July. I was, I had a bed set. I believe I had my couch by then. But I still wasn't ready to come back. And I think that was partially because of work. Work was really crazy at that time. It still is, but I think I'm getting into a groove with it that I feel my energy levels are in a place where I can handle it, as well as doing this. And on top of it, I just have so many interests that it's hard for me to prioritize one over the other, especially when I feel like doing something else. And I'll be honest, at the time, I don't think I really felt like making videos. I also didn't feel like doing art. And when I did feel like doing art, I wasn't inspired in the least bit. And I was also trying to make friends at that time. So not only was I settling into my new apartment, I was also trying to meet new people. That meant being sociable, which honestly is a very exhausting thing for me to do. It also, that does too depend on the person I'm with, but I was focused on other things in my life at the time. But I said to myself, okay, I want to set up the corner of my room that will be my studio, and that is when I'm going to start. And I was aiming for end of November, because I thought, okay, I'll have my desk here, I'll have all my stuff organized by then. And I did. I actually spent a whole day organizing this part of my bedroom. It was part of me getting ready to leave for New Jersey, because I was going there for a business trip, I believe, as well as the fact I was extending that business trip into a personal visit for Thanksgiving with my family. So it was a crazy time, and I was actually hoping to film a video, believe it or not, before I left for Thanksgiving, but that didn't happen. And so I kept telling myself, okay, December was crazy too. Work was crazy. I don't even know why I thought December would be feasible, especially with holidays and all that occurring. It was very silly of me to think that was a good time. Christmas I spent here in Florida, and then I had my brother visiting for a couple weeks. He was here into January, and then of course it's the new year, so you have work once again ramping up as everyone comes back from their holidays, you know, taking time off for that. And the first 3 months of the year I didn't take off work. I was just kind of hustling it. Also thought, you know, I'd rather save my days for something. I don't know what for. At the time, I think I thought I was going to be going to Europe or somewhere this year, which is not happening. So, yeah, it was crazy. And then April was when I started toying with the idea again. I was like, okay, I do want to do videos. And it was every week I was going, okay, this weekend I'll record, this weekend I'll record, this weekend I'll record. And my birthday is the end of April. So I said to myself, okay, once your birthday passes, when we get into May, we're going to start recording videos again. It was around this time too, I was also trying to create an art community, like an in-person art community in the area I was living in, because I felt like we didn't have that, like a place where artists could just sit and be chill and draw together. So I came together with these 2 other girls I knew, and that is something I'm still running. I'm also running the Instagram and Facebook for that. So it's a lot, and I'm also trying to maintain my friendships. It wasn't until this past Father's Day that I really sat down, you know, and said to myself, okay, like I need to start planning. And I did. I pushed back the video date a little bit, but I filmed, and here we are. So it's crazy how that's come full circle, but to this moment, I just wish this moment had happened sooner. But unfortunately, that's not how this year worked. That being said, I am back now, and I plan on posting regularly. I already have the next couple videos planned, even have the video after this filmed, so I don't foresee any issues happening. I do have an event I'm going to at the end of August, Labor Day weekend, so I'm gonna try to pre-record something for you guys, so then at least there's something that week and then the week after, because I have an engagement that weekend, so I have to go be at it. But other than that, I don't foresee anything preventing me from posting at least 1 video a week. So you will be getting a video a week from me, and I think that's a realistic expectation for myself, because I do have a couple things going on. I have friends that I'm still, you know, hanging out with. I have stuff going on with my family. I do have family that I'm hoping is going to be visiting either in August or September. I also am running that group, as I told you. And believe it or not, I also started another YouTube channel, I know. And this one's all about gardening. I'm starting an indoor garden in my house. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know. I'll definitely share that with you guys. But that's something else I'm doing, and that's definitely more casual. I'm not going to be posting, you know, every week. It's not something that I want to like commit to fully. I mean, I am committed to it, but I'm not going to make it a regular every week video for that YouTube channel. It'll probably just be 2 videos a month, very short, just progress with the plants and what I'm doing with them, things like that. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I'd be happy to share it with you guys. What I really want to get into now is the future of this channel. As I said, you can expect a video from me every week. I am aiming for every Wednesday. And I would like to, in the future, do my live streams again if those are something you guys would be interested in. I do enjoy those because it doesn't involve editing on my part. So I will be doing them eventually. I don't know when I'll reintroduce them, but at some point I definitely want to. Content is going to shift a little bit. I'm still going to be doing drawing, painting, things of that nature. I also will be doing my DIY art education. I do want to start that back up. The other thing that I will be introducing to the channel is sewing. That is mainly because it is something I have wanted to get into for a very long time. I have my own sewing machine. I want to make my own clothes, and I just think that would be something fun to share with you guys once a month. I'm not going to go crazy with that. The majority of my content is still going to be art. So sewing, maybe some crocheting here and there. But other than that, it's going to be mostly drawing, painting, not fiber arts, even though I am introducing them. I also do want to continue to post certain types of videos. You will be getting draw with me's, such as this one. I also want to continue with the artist resets, but I don't think I'm going to be doing them every month. Instead, I'm probably going to do them every quarter. I just felt like, for one, they weren't my most popular type of video, and for another, as much as I love making them, they're also time consuming. And I just think it's better to just have one maybe slightly longer video every 3 months than have one every month. That's a lot shorter. And this way I can really show growth over a couple months rather than what just happened in 1 month. I also do want to do some of those homework vlogs that I was doing back when I was posting videos. I do want to improve my skills. I have classes that I've bought that I'm still paying for as well that I think I should use. They will be done at a slower pace because I really just don't know how much time I have for these things with everything else I'm doing, but I do want to make some sort of commitment to it. And I want to take you guys on the journey with me. Maybe some of you can do it along with me as well. But that is something else I want to keep sharing with you guys. And I do have some other things planned. Things that I'm not going to get into in this video because I'm still kind of figuring them out. But if you guys want updates on those things, I recommend subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And if you ring that little bell, it'll alert you every time I post a video. And speaking of videos, we are getting close to the end of this one, so I would like to ask if you enjoyed watching this video and are happy to have me back. Give it a like because that helps me out, it helps the channel out, and it lets me know that you like this kind of content. So now that we only have about a minute left in the video, I did want to just acknowledge what I was doing here. That is a Prismacolor colored pencil, which was definitely intimidating because I am not used to drawing in color pencil, but I wanted to challenge myself a little bit and add some color. I also really wanted to draw chickens. I don't know what that was about, but if you're interested in any of the reference images, they're all going to be linked down at a Pinterest board below. And if you do end up drawing any of them, or if you drew along to this video, let me know down in the comments, because I always think that's so cool. I like knowing that I had a drawing buddy for the duration of this video. I also am very happy with how it came out, and happy to be back. I can't wait to share more of my art with you guys, as well as this journey I'm embarking on. I have a clearer picture of what I want my art to be, what I want this channel to become, and what I want to be doing in the future. That being said, I knew the first step was to get back on here and post a video, and I do hope you enjoyed it. I will see you all next Wednesday. Have a great week.